Now, I find it hard to understand what goes through this player's head because he moves to teams knowing that he is not going to get a starting spot. He moves to teams knowing that he's going to be a bench player. He moves to teams knowing that he ain't going to get that much game time, but he still moves to them. Now, I don't know, because usually football players move to teams in order for them to get more game time, for people to be, for scouts and other teams to be able to like watch them more. So they move to teams, like if they're in a big team, they move to a bit of a lower team to get more game time and be played more so they can get watched more and for them to progress as a player. Now, this guy does the straight opposite. And he goes by the name of Ferran Torres. Yes, the man who scored in the World Cup final. Yes, that same man. So if you don't know, he was at Man City before Barcelona. And in Man City, he was not a starting player. In Man City, he was not a starting player under Pep Guardiola. He was a bench player, and that's facts. He came off the bench every time. He came off the bench. Yes, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he just did not get used as a main player. He was always a backup and rotation player who came off the bench every time. And then he moves, then Man City let him go to Barcelona because he wasn't getting game time and like he wasn't getting rotated, etc. So he went to Barcelona, right? And now at Barcelona, the guy does not start. He doesn't start. And even with Barcelona at their worst, he did not start. And now he's definitely not starting with new signings, and since last season with Rafinha and all them, he just never starts. And when he starts, it's like those trash games that they just want to start to rest players. And he comes off the bench. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he doesn't impact, which he does impact. When he comes in, he does affect the game a little bit and everything. He does. He's a good player. He knows how to score. He knows how to be in the right place at the right time. He knows how to move. He knows how to, you know what I mean? I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying I don't know why he moves to teams knowing that he ain't going to start. Like, yeah, you want to be in a big name team, yeah. But what's the point of being there if you ain't gonna play? Like, you are still a young player, like, and you need to be watched for you to get bigger, like, for you to be a starter. Because you're there because you love the game, right? You love playing football, but you don't get to play football. You only get to train and barely come in for a few minutes. So I don't get it. Like, this man is addicted to going to teams that he just won't stop. Man City, Barcelona. And now, after the World Cup, this guy thinks scoring one goal makes him eligible to go to the champions of Europe, PSG, back-to-back Champions League winners. Not even talking about the French cups and all the French leagues and all the other silverware that they got that same season and everything. The back-to-back Champions League, which is the biggest trophy you could get as any club, and they got back-to-back. He thinks after scoring one goal in the World Cup final that his past is all eliminated and that he is reborn, and he thinks he is that big of a player to be going to PSG now and thinking he's going to get a starting spot. Like, what are we talking about? So you go for Man City, which at that time was the biggest club, one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola. You go from there, which not having game time, so you leave there to have more game time, but you go to Barcelona. You go to Barcelona, which, yes, at that time they didn't even have that many good players because they were financially unstable and everything, and they just got bankrupt or whatever. And you go to them, right? Because you want more game time. Because Man City wasn't able to offer you game time. So you go there to try and get more game time to become a better player. And then you arrive there. You started quite a few times. But let's be real, you was never a main starter. You was always off the bench. And you stayed there for years. And now, And now you score in the World Cup final, which is the biggest stage of them all, right? You score, yes, you score, but let's be real, and it could have landed on anybody. And I'm not gonna go through this again. You score in the final of the World Cup. So now you think that the past, your past, is eliminated, and now you are the greatest player. You are a big player. Your value is big. You should be a starter now. Because then you go back to Barcelona and you say that the Barcelona have to praise you, respect you, whatever, for you to re-sign with them. Like, what are we talking about? So you score one goal in the World Cup final, and you think you can go back to Barcelona and tell them that they need to respect you highly for you to even re-sign or whatever, or for them to put something good on the table because of one goal? Are we that ass? So then PSG then come by for 45 million or whatever euros or something like that, which, matter of fact, is low for a player that was claiming that he's all that. 45 million, I guess. And then so now PSG go buy him because he wants to go to PSG, and he thinks him going to PSG, he's going to get a starting role. No, one goal in the World Cup ain't gonna make you play over Doué, play over Kvaratskhelia, yeah, play over Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner, by the way. You think you're going to go there after just scoring the winning goal and not even playing in the World Cup, because you barely played. Let's be real, you was a big bench warmer in the whole of the World Cup, and then you come in, score the finals goal, because clearly your whole career you are a bench warmer. You are off the bench player, which every manager has done it with you. Hansi Flick's done it, Pep Guardiola's done it, and many other coaches, including the Spanish coach, has done it to you. Because all they see in you is an off the bench player. Because you can come into the game and impact, but you are off the bench because you are not as good to start a game. So now you go to PSG and you think you can go and get a starting role because you scored the one goal in the final to win against Argentina, for Spain to win against Argentina. So now you think that you are worth all of this, and you think that everybody that they should, any coach should play you because you are that guy, and that you should be playing over the players that were already playing there because of one goal in the FIFA in the World Cup final. When in the whole of the World Cup you didn't do fuck all. So like I can't understand, because now you think you're going to go to PSG and you're actually gonna get a starting role. Boy, you're not gonna get a starting role. Boy, you're gonna come off the bench every single time. You are not starting. They will start you for the few games just because you're a new signing and to give you game time or whatever. But you are not starting up in front of those monsters. You are not starting over Doué, over Dembele, over Kvaratskhelia. Why do you think that Barcola wants to leave PSG to Liverpool? I wonder why. Because he doesn't get game time. He doesn't get game time at PSG. And he's a 100-time player, better player than you are. He will start. He is a player who will start at Liverpool. He is a player that will start at Barcelona. He is a player that will start in so many teams around the whole of Europe. He will start in like so many Premier Leagues, if not almost all the Premier League teams. And he doesn't start for PSG. So you think that you can go to PSG and get a starting role? Why? Because you consider the striker. No, you are not going to get played just because you consider the striker. Look at Gonçalo Ramos. Gonçalo Ramos is a beautiful number 9. That brother, every time he came in, he scored mad goals. That guy is a goal scoring machine. He's always there at the right time, at the right place. He barely got game time. That's why he went to AC Milan. For him to get game time. And that's why Barcola is leaving, for him to get game time, because they are players and they are at the stage that they need game time. They are players that want game time. They are players that will fit in many of the teams and start as a starter because they are that good. But they will not start in PSG. So you think you can come and think that you are better than those players that are leaving to get more game time? Is you stupid? Is you delusional? Because it looks like this guy is delusional after the World Cup. He thinks himself as a whole different player after World Cup. See, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Ferran Torres and him loving to go to teams that he's just not gonna start. And it's facts. It's facts. Nobody can tell me nothing because it's facts. He's not gonna start in PSG. He doesn't start in Barcelona. He wasn't a star in Barcelona. He ain't gonna be a starter at PSG. Definitely not at PSG. And he wasn't a star at Man City. So I don't know why this guy loves going to big name teams, champion teams, every single time when he's not that type of high caliber player to be able to start in those teams. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I really do appreciate if you guys watch even a few seconds of my video. I really do appreciate it. And God will, you guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. See you.